Oh, they said, where they burn the Jews. I said, what do you mean, man? They burn them. They gas them and burn them. Oh, don't be daft. It took us about 2 or 3 weeks to really accept that's what happened there. I'm Ron Jones, and I'm 99 years old. Well, I was captured by Rommel's crowd, but they picked out a few hundred of us one day and stuck us on cattle trucks and said we were going to work in a dye factory. When we got there, of course, it was Auschwitz. I worked there for about 2.5 years. When I arrived there, we had a queer smell, and it persisted. So we asked the Poles, what was the smell? Oh, they said, where they burn the Jews. I said, what do you mean, man? They burn them. They gas them and burn them. Oh, don't be daft. It took us about 2 or 3 weeks to really accept that's what happened there. So there was always that danger. We always had nightmares because of the danger of the gas chambers. The Germans walked in the camp and told us, pick up what you carry, we're marching you out. And they tell me that since then, that the temperature was 15 to 20 below, and it was really cold. All we had was tunics, I was on the road for 17 weeks, because fellas were dying. We lost about 100 blokes that died on that march. All we ate in 17 weeks was what the animals ate. And then eventually they put us in a barn and didn't open up the following morning. We guessed that it was the end of the war. We were so weak by this time we couldn't open the doors. And then one morning there was a rumbling noise outside and the doors burst open. And it was an American tank. I caught hold of the driver and hugged him. And there was a fleet of Dakota planes there waiting for us. And I flew home. When I got there, of course, everybody was there, my wife's family and my family. They had balloons all outside the house. And as I got towards the back door, it opened and Gladys came out, my wife. She was going to the toilet, which is outside, and she didn't go to the toilet for a couple of hours. I wouldn't let go of her. I think it was 1983 when I first went down to Tesco's. And I've done a fortnight down there ever since, every year. Well, it was all just ordinary selling poppies at the first. But then, of course, the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War escalated. Oh, and we were incensed with selling poppies because we used to help all the boys coming back injured. We helped the British Legion because it's the only way they get money is from selling poppies.